Hey everyone, this is my 2018 M2, so I'm going to be doing some coding today. I just got BimmerCode yesterday, and also I had this cable come in so I can use my phone to hook it up to the car directly. I was messing around with it last night, and there's some more stuff I want to code today, so I'm going to kind of give you guys a little tutorial. But while I was coding yesterday, I did get my battery level pretty low. So I did purchase just a battery charger this morning. So it's always a good idea to have that hooked up to the car, because it's not a good thing if your car battery dies while you're coding. You'll cause some errors that are kind of difficult to fix. So I'm gonna get that hooked up. I'm gonna hop in the car and show you guys what we can do with BimmerCode. All right, and just before I hop in, I do have the charger hooked up, and I wanted to show you guys one thing that I did set up. It's the automatic locking mirrors, or the automatic folding mirrors on lock and unlock. By default, these cars, you have to push a button to do so, and I did want to do this because it's a nice little visual indicator when you have the car locked. Plus, it looks pretty good, and I sometimes forget to hit that button on the inside, so it's nice that it's automatic. Hey everyone, so I'm in my car now. I just want to quickly show you guys the cables I'll be using today. So the first one is the most essential cable. You'll need this for any sort of coding. It's an OBD to Ethernet cable. Now you can buy a sort of wireless form of this. You can purchase an OBD reader that works through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. I'm more of a fan of the hardwired stuff. I find it's more reliable, so that's what I went with. And then you're going to need an adapter for any device you're using. So in my case, I have an iPhone, so I did purchase a Ethernet to Lightning cable. I also do have one that goes to USB-C when I use my laptop. I usually use my laptop only for boot mod. I just find it's a little bit nice to have the larger screen when I'm flashing the car with the performance tunes. But for today's video, we're just using BimmerCode on the iPhone, so I'm going to be using that. So I'm going to get it all hooked up now, and I'm going to show you guys the app. All right, so I have my phone hooked up. Here it is. I have my lightning cable plugged in, and this cable goes towards the OBD reader in the footwell. So that's all set up. So two things you're going to want to do before we get started is put your phone into airplane mode. That's just to prevent your phone from connecting to the car's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in case of CarPlay or just the Bluetooth audio in the car. So it's always a good thing to do. That's what they recommend. And then also before you get started, make sure that the car is on an accessory mode, and then you can begin coding now. All right, so I have it all set up here. I'm just going to hit connect. Now that I connected, you select the model of car. So in this case, I'm in the M2, so I'm going to hit the 2 Series M2. All right, so now the car is sort of fired up here. Let me just get the light back on. So now I'm just going to wait for it to connect. Okay, we're now in the BimmerCode app itself. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of other things you can customize. Now, each of these are different control units that you can go into. So once you go into them, there's a bunch of options within them. So the thing I want to do right now, I want to go into the head unit and show you guys a couple of things that we can do here. The first thing I did was enable full screen Apple CarPlay. So when these cars come stock, if you'll notice, especially the iDrive 6, that's where I noticed this issue, you'll have your CarPlay about maybe 70% of the screen, and the remainder is whatever BMW menu you put in if you want to do the split screen, or it just says your phone's name in CarPlay. So if we come down here, we can look for it. That would be under, let's just find it over here. Yeah, so that's the CarPlay full screen mode. You come in here, by default it's non-active. I put it as active. And then the other thing I want to change actually is the disclaimer when you turn the car on. So when I start the car, there's that legal disclaimer, a warning saying like to sort of just accept it, that when you use the car, don't focus on the infotainment screen while you're driving. So that's the warning at startup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to code that out because it's pretty annoying to hit OK every time. So what I do here, I'm going to hit not active, and then I have that set. And then we can sort of select a whole bunch of other stuff like the start animation. I'm fine with the M variant one, but you can go with a bunch of different options. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do here. I'm gonna just code that in now, so I'll just show you guys what happens. So as you can see, there's a little just some information here telling you to disable the CarPlay if you have it on while you're doing this. Okay, so we'll hit start coding. So now the head unit's being reset. Okay, so it's booting back up now. I see the logo there, and then we'll see if the legal disclaimer is there. Okay, so the car's back up and running, and I didn't notice anything pop up on my screen, so it looks like that worked. So yeah, that's basically what I did there. And then like I showed you guys earlier with those automatic unlock and lock folding mirrors, that was in the front electronics module. So that was right here. I went down to It was automatic. Let me just find it here. Let me search it. Yeah, so that's the fold unfold meters automatically. This is by default not active. So as you can see here, it will fold the car when it will fold the mirrors when the car is locked with the remote or comfort access. So I did that. I like that feature a lot. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that you can play with here. Also, it depends on what model of BMW you have. Like the M2 obviously have different options than the M3, and also depending on the options you have with your car. But yeah, it's a great little tool here. It's great to get started with this because I know a lot of people, they want to change little things about their car or even clear error codes, or like I said, the full screen Apple CarPlay, and you can actually save yourself quite a bit of money because there's a few local BMW coders to me, and they charge about $100 to enable the full screen Apple CarPlay. I paid $50 for BimmerCode and like another $20 for the cable, so it's a lot cheaper if you do it yourself, and then you can always just undo it or create backups. So yeah, it's a great feature to use, and there's a bunch of things that you can code in. So yeah, before I end the video, I did want to mention a few things. This app also does have an expert mode, so you can go in there and you can really configure exactly what you want to do. There's a bunch of guys in the forums have tutorials there. There's nothing yet that I want to do to the car where I need to use it, but maybe in the future there will be. And then also my downpipe is finally here, so I plan to get that installed within the next few weeks. And before I do that, I do want to make a video flashing the car with boot mod. I have it already. I have it licensed to the car, just haven't flashed it yet, so I'm going to make a video with that. I'm going to disable the check engine light for the catalyst downpipe also before I do get it installed. And yeah, so I'm very excited for that. So stay tuned in the next few weeks for those videos to come out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.